Hello and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how I created this Aquarius sign look, the water bearer. Yes, if you're watching this, I'm assuming most of you are probably an Aquarius yourself. If you are, then so am I. Anyway, let's get started. So to begin with, as usual, you want to start off with a nice clean and fresh face, and I'm going in with a glue stick and hiding my eyebrows. Taking any makeup pencil, it doesn't matter what colour it is. I'm using the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk for this. You just want to sketch out the basic shapes of the water. Next, you want to grab your face paints. I'm using a mixture of NYX SFX Cream colours and Kryolan as well. Imagine you were contouring for a normal day. This is kind of what you're doing here, but with colours. So I'm taking my purple first and I'm just applying this to the contoured areas. So that's around the outside of my forehead and down my cheekbones as well. Grabbing a beauty blender and the Kryolan Supracolour in white, you want to go ahead and apply this on the centre of your forehead area and underneath your eyes as well. When doing this, you want to keep in mind that the purple and the white are going to blend in nicely, and this is going to give a nice flawless finish. I've applied the purple on my jawline and then I'm going back in with the white as well, and you just kind of want to continue the same thing. So keep on dabbing, keep on blending. You want to do this often until the purple sort of fades gradually into the white. On the jawline, I've also added a hint of blue just to give it a bit more variation. I'm also keeping in mind that one of the eyes are going to be covered in water anyway, so of course you don't need to cover that area. Going back in with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, I'm just creating a brow. For now it's just creating the base shape, and I try to go for a bit more of a dramatic brow by creating it slightly larger and more arched than my natural brow. Taking the NYX Ultimate Brights eyeshadow palette or any other eyeshadow palette that you may have, you want to fill in the brows. I'm using an angled brush to apply this, and I want to create the strongest pigment as I can, so I'm really packing on the colour. Going back in with the Jumbo Pencil, you want to apply this underneath your brow, and you also want to apply this on your eyelid as well because this is going to prime your eye. Taking a blue, you just want to start creating a cut crease, and I'm using an angled brush to kind of map out where I want the line to be, and then I'm just going in with a normal eyeshadow brush and I'm starting to blend out the colour. I'm using a combination of a regular blue and a sky turquoisey baby blue. Once I got the base-ish colour down, I then went in with a black eyeshadow and I just lined the line to create a bit more depth. And then going in with the NYX white eyeliner, I'm then just lining underneath my brow bone, and this is just going to really make it pop. Moving on to the eyeliner, you want to create a wing, and for what I'm doing, I'm kind of made it a little bit more dramatic and larger than a normal eyeliner. I'm just moving on to the other side of the face and I'm doing exactly the same thing again. Of course, just try and miss out the bits that are going to be water. Moving on to the body, I'm now packing the colour on there, and I'm just going to repeat the same steps as I did on my face. I'm creating a variation of hints of blues, purples and white as well. Now that I'm happy with the base colour of the body, I'm moving on to the water now, so I'm just grabbing some paint and I'm just starting to create the waves. So very simple, all you're doing is just following the lines and the waves that you created earlier. I'm using some blues, turquoises, some mint greens and even some yellow as well. Do exactly the same thing on your face as well, and then once you're happy with that, you can then go in with some highlights of white. And I feel like this step really does change the entire look. I just think it makes it look a lot more interesting. Once you're really happy and sure about the shape of the waves that you've created, you can then go ahead and fill the rest of your body in black. And of course, these are going to be the bits that are going to disappear into the background. I'm now taking a fine brush and I'm just going to outline all the shapes and the waves. This is kind of like separating the waves into sections. So now we're going to create the illusion that the waves are going past my shoulders. So by doing this, I'm painting a black line going from the tip of the waves until the top of my neck. Moving back onto the face, I'm going to continue working with the eye, so I'm just creating a line underneath my eye, and this is just going to give it a bit more of a dramatic and beautiful feel to it. I don't know, it just kind of looks really nice. And I'm also adding a cat eye sort of wing coming from the inner corner of my eye. And then just to really clean and sharpen it up, I'm just going back in with some white and I'm going to fill that in. And this is going to kind of create the illusion that my eye is really big as well. I'm also taking the white eyeliner and I'm just lining my cut crease, and this is just going to really sharpen it up. Taking a bright as hell lipstick, you just want to apply this, and I'm using the NYX Liquid Suede in Little Denim Dress. Also, I just want to mention, don't ever watch my top 10 unboxing video because I actually thought it said the Liquid Suede. Suede, man. Let me die. Anyway, taking your water-based paints, I'm using the Kryolan Aquacolors once again. I'm just going to splatter this on my face and chest areas. I'd say top tip for this step is don't just randomly splatter it anywhere. You want it to look cool, so you want to splatter it on areas where you feel it's necessary, so that's not going to be all over your eyeshadow or on top of the waves as well. And I'm creating some drips, and I tried not to get this on my eye, which I ended up doing, but it kind of looked okay anyway, so oh well. Going in with some white, I'm now creating the Aquarius symbol. I'm then creating some dots, and these are going to be a variation of sizes from small to large, and this is just going to create a nice magical feel to it. Apply lashes on both the top and the bottom of your eye, and of course not on the other one because we're going to be covering this completely using some masking tape. And I'm using a piece of tissue underneath the masking tape just because, you know, I kind of want to keep my real eyelashes when I remove the tape later on. When doing this, I kind of use small torn pieces because I wanted to get the surface as smooth as I could. So I didn't actually film this bit, but I just got some acrylic paint and I painted the pot on some paper. And I know the paper looks like a state, I actually used it as a palette, but it doesn't matter because it's going to get cut out anyway. I'm not painting the water inside of the pot coming out on the paper because we're going to paint that on while it's glued onto our face. It just makes it easier to match it up with the rest of the body and also keep the colours the same. Taking some liquid latex, I'm using the latex by Kryolan. You want to then apply this onto your eye. Just be careful with latex near your eye. Once it's dry, you then want to go in with the same coloured paints as your waves, and then you want to join this all up. And you're just literally repeating the same steps as before, and you may want to go back in with some purple as well, just to hide the masking tape. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you actually learned from this. If you ever recreate my looks, please tag me on Instagram at gothspectrum. If you liked this video, please let me know by hitting the subscribe button, give me a like and a comment. I would absolutely love to see what you think, and I will see you next time. Bye!